This is Happy Munkey.
This is Happy Munkey.
Happy Munkey. Happy Munkey.
This is Happy Munkey.
Everybody, today is a nice little subject today, because this is one subject that everybody forgets, especially you kind of forget this subject because it's more of a general thing, not only a stoner thing. It's always about stoners because this is Happy Munkey Show. But today, everybody, we got a nice special guest. And the subject, and I would like to say it's about munchies, everybody. The essential motherfucking meal of the stoner is munchies. And we got a very special guest, everybody.
We got a legend in the munchie department. Our brother from another mother, New York native, Michael Cole, a.k.a. Mikey Likes It.
Likes everybody.
Thank you very much.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Munchie legend.
Thank you.
Yes, please, Mr. Mikey, introduce yourself. Let everybody know what you do, what you have, all the good stuff. Please.
I'm Mikey Cole.
Absolutely.
Mikey of Mikey Likes It Ice Cream. I'm the chief ice cream engineer over there, and my job is to give you ice cream that tastes good, that I hope if I like it, you like it, and that means it could be a great.
That's it. That's what people forget when it comes to like making a business, right? Especially when it comes to food. It's all about, if you like it, you like it, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
making people feel good, right?
They say don't trust a skinny chef, so
Don't trust a skinny chef.
Absolutely not. You make the best ice creams ever, bro, because we just finished eating some ice cream. I think it had like cereal in it or something. I don't know what you had. That shit was crazy. Right?
Shit was orgasmic. Shit was amazing.
Yeah, man. It's the super
thank you.
munchie for the soul. Like,
So, Mikey, tell people a little bit about like where your shops are from, where are they located, and where are you from here in New York, since you're a New York native.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed to be a New York native. I'm from the Lower East Side, East Village area, 14th Street, Avenue A. That's in Alphabet City.
Alphabet City.
You know,
Shout out to Alphabet City.
That's where I'm from. And grew up in the city, went to the boys club, went away to school, came back, went to college, and just been out trying to do what it does. And ended up learning how to make ice cream, self-teaching, and got my first shop on 12th and 13th Street and Avenue A,
Nice.
right down there. And then the second one we have is in Harlem, 133rd, 134th Street, and 8th Avenue, which is 2500 Frederick Douglass Boulevard.
Harlem.
Harlem, baby. I'm a Harlem native, baby.
Harlem.
Thank you for bringing that amazing magic up there, brother.
Thank you.
Harlem.
Up there's the lab, so it's more of the showroom of Mikey, and up there I'm able to create with people and bring projects that people might think of, and ice cream flavors actually into fruition, and do that uptown in Harlem, and then downtown we're a full retail store. Then during the springtime we'll open back up in Harlem and be full.
So in the Harlem, that's where we gonna make the Happy Munkey Mikey Like special, right?
There you go. There you go.
We gonna make the super munchies for y'all.
There you go.
See, people don't understand, though, the way that you put it. People think that this is just simple ice cream. It's like an art, huh, Mikey?
I mean, we're all artists. I'm blessed to have a talent to be a culinary artist, as they say. But the main thing is that when you make something that's simple, or something that might not seem simple, also simple, that's when you can tell like it's from the heart. So the way my aunt taught me how to cook as a child, that's what I'm able to channel into right here and give you in the format. My medium is being ice cream, you know.
Nice, man.
You know what else I want to know, Mikey? Because this has always been a dream of mine. I imagine yours too, Ramon, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel to have such a iconic, business in the neighborhood where you grew up in?
Word.
Honestly, always honest. You know, I'm joyed that when I touch that gate, even walking to work, you say hello to people or you're in there and the people have seen you grow up are like, wow, how you doing? You actually have something, and they're coming and supporting you, and they see the growth. Like, you don't always get it when you walk into the room for the first time.
Right.
It's life. We mold in the clay every day. So as you out there making changes, people have to understand and respect the reason why you do them. And when they see why you do your thing, then they understand, like,
They
there's a
respect the
method
growth.
to a madness.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see it messed up and then say, he fixed it, and then you work on the next project. And that's how we try to better ourselves every day. So
You are as they called us before, but I'm gonna call you that. You're the hometown hero.
You the
The
hometown
hometown hero, baby.
Yeah. You know what?
Hometown
Well,
hero.
you know why we say that, Mikey? Because a lot of people like to glorify like a lot of athletes and actors and all these like big superstars that you can't really reach, and and again, a lot of them might be great role models, but at the end of the day, they need to see that the hometown person made something of himself. And you ain't, people might say, to you a humble guy, but you don't live average, bro. You know what I mean? You made yourself from average to above average at the end of the day, because in this city, who doesn't know Mikey Likes? And we're not talking about like the average, but anybody who's somebody in the city knows Mikey Likes. Anybody I've bumped into knows you already.
I hope so. I hope so.
Maybe you don't see it like again, because I know I see your character, and I know, I see how you are. So far, you're a very humble guy, bro. But let me tell you, I haven't met a person yet that doesn't know Mikey Likes.
We actually are the last ones to find out. You know what I mean?
We lost in the sauce.
late.
I don't know where the
We
fuck.
over here stuck in our tunnel vision on a little boulevard here on the podcast. We didn't know what's going on.
So it's good. Yeah, it's good to see somebody roll their sleeves up and make their art happen. And and like he said, you in your community now. You know what I mean. So you basically, whether you like it or not, you gave back to your community.
Yeah.
No, and then most importantly, which we always talk about, me and Ramon, that you are inspiring people that look like you, that grew up where you grew up at, that they can do it too. And that has a whole different
that you
value
ain't gotta be an athlete. You could be the owner of your own shop and be living popping, bro. And like
try.
all the popping people know you, and you still a superstar, bro. Because all the superstars know you.
We
bro.
all aspire to inspire, and you definitely inspire, Mikey.
Thank you,
Honor to
bro.
have you
Thank
here
you.
with us, man.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
I'm
We
curious.
inspire each other.
I'm curious to know, Mikey, right? Like, here on the boulevard, our whole premise is like where corporate meets culture and cannabis. I want to know how you incorporated the culture so well into the ice cream industry. Can you give this a little bit of the walk through that?
It's a connection that we all have to each other, or to things that we all have grown up with, that we see it, and sometimes we see it from a different point of view, which we all, different heights, and see something different. But, it comes to a point where it's like, I've experienced this, I think you have, and if you did, I hope this was what it was like when you had your trigger. And if that goes off right, and I'm able to put my little seasoning on it to be like, hey, this is the way how sweet I like stuff, or I, cook, then you would say, wow, this takes me to that moment, and I could at least understand him. So I don't want you to if you could like every flavor, I'm happy, but if you like one, then I'm like, okay, we good.
Right, you did your job, right.
That's the same way like my aunt used to cook. Like I get it from her, so I I just give it back to you. You know, the energy that I get. I'm like, that's how we.
Well,
do
you made
this,
something
know?
simple as ice cream special, my friend. So you know that's
thank
that.
you.
You know, so you did your goal, my brother. Definitely.
And by the way you said it, I've always heard this term, and it applies so much here, that the main ingredient to the best food is love.
Yes, sir.
And it shows that you put a lot of love into your craft, and that's why the culture and the people gravitate towards that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So now, Mr. Mikey, we ask everybody here on the Happy Munkey podcast show, man. We gotta ask you. You know what I mean? Please, Mr. Mikey, can you tell us your first experience in basically ingesting some cannabis, my friend? The first time you got high. Can you give us a little walkthrough? Can you remember what type of joint you smoked? Lower East Side.
I remember I was like near the water somewhere, like
On the West Side.
on the east side, like
east
where the
side,
gas
east side.
station is over there, and like we would like crawl down on the rocks and like chill over there and like crawl back. And one friend was like, "Hey, I got this." I was like, "What is that?" And they were like, "Just try it." And
It was a joint.
yeah, I think it wasn't even a joint. Like it was
blunt?
just like a blunt rolled, and this was a really long time ago type thing. And I just remember I like threw up. You know, the first time I like threw up, I was like, ugh,
Coughed and threw up.
threw up. I was like, I don't like this thing. And then like, you know, after a while as a kid growing up, things will be a little, you know, changed definitely after that first time. And you know, I go back and forth. So sometimes, you know, I talk to Leroy. Sometimes I don't. You know, that's how I look at it. You know. And,
You know.
there's times and when you need to talk to Leroy. You know, so that's how I've always, you know, been since then.
I know that the New York City stoners owe you a lot, because I know that has to be a large demographic of people that must go frequent there. You know what I mean? To get those good old flavors when they are, you know what I mean, feeling in their groove of that Mary Jane.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's for everybody, for sure. Ice cream is the medium for everybody, but it is awesome from when being on the Action Bronson show, and you know, Action is a legend. You know, like he's an icon himself in the plateau of food and lifestyle.
Yeah,
You know,
and cannabis. He in these
Oh,
streets.
for sure,
He out
yes,
here.
yes,
Yeah.
as the whole culture. He's
in there.
he's definitely, you know, represents to the fullest, and being blessed to be on his show for the first year segment he was there. It was cool. He dropped by. We made something that banana split Sunday from fried plantains with our mint ice cream, and you got some fried
That's
Oreos.
crazy.
from
You
Can't
know
be
we
saying
Dominican,
that.
right?
We Dominican, Mikey. You can't be talking about fried plantains,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
They were official. They were fried well from jeepney with some nice brown. It was incredible. It was great. It was great. You
Come
know?
on, man. You killing us. You know I'm getting the munchies as we speak.
But that's what it hopes to serve. You know, it's not just it's for everyone's munchie moment, but you know, it's classic good food, nothing added but pure love and you know, great ingredients. That's how we look at it. You know.
Mikey, I want to talk. You touched based on one, but I want to know about your top pinnacle ones. I wanted you to talk about some of these amazing collaborations that you've done and how they came to fruition. Walk the people on the boulevard a little bit through that.
Yeah. So which is like your most famous flavor?
Every flavor is, I think, my most famous flavor. You know, that's how I try to look at it. You know, they're all my children. But honestly, the one always that started off for a while, the dulce de leche, was really, really a great flavor that you know I put together that was able to come out and get a great stamping. You know, from you know the people who take care of that side of the fence. And that was like really, really great because it showed that, you know, I could make alcohol-infused ice cream, which is what I call now Mikey's After Dark. So like we have like Mikey's After Dark events where it's like, you know, showcasing the alcoholic, the adult side of the inner,
Right.
you know, child in us, that's consuming responsibly, of course. And I do, or I have done rosé nectar ice cream with rose petals in there. That was coming to America.
My man Mikey getting a little fancy now. Hold up.
Doing that with
Mikey
floats,
Fancy. We gonna have to call you Mikey Fancy after dark.
Pinky up, they say.
Pinky up.
I saw one that I hear everybody talking about, and I don't know how I missed it because I feel like that must have been very monumental in your career when Hillary Clinton came by the spot. How did that go down?
Hold up! I didn't even know that. Yo, hold up, my man. What?
Yeah, like it was crazy. One day I was in the store, and we had made a chocolate ice cream at the time. That's actually on our menu now for the whole time. And truffle shuffle and on a chocolate waffle with some chocolate whipped cream by hand, and drizzled some chocolate sauce and dotted it with some chocolate covered marshmallows, and we called that victory. And so at the time we were like, I'm not a political person, like it's not about politics, like I agree with every people, like I'm not on it for that. And what I do is I represent anyone that makes people happy, and that's what it's about for me. And so like I put this ice cream sandwich out and it was cool, and I got a response that, someone was coming to get ice cream.
That's a very broad statement, Mr.
Right.
Mikey.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah. I was just like,
Coming, whatever, right?
Put the phone down, like, cool.
Exactly.
And then I was actually in the store cleaning, in the back of the store cleaning. And then, like, two guys walk in. They're like, hey, he's got to look at the place real quick.
The two suits walk in?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, what are you talking about? The guy's like, yeah, he's got to look real quick.
Mikey's like, am I in trouble? What's going on here?
Right.
but there's no space in here.
Right.
Our store's so small that it's like there's nothing back there. Right. Like you're going to move the curtain and just be like, yeah, there's nothing back here. And just walk right back out. Right. So all of a sudden, he goes, oh, come outside. So I go to the door, and Hillary's like 20 feet from the door, and I was like, wow.
Crazy.
And, for me, everyone that comes to the store, I always feel that everybody's famous. Like, I treat everyone the same. Like, it's no disrespect to nobody. It's all about love, and when you see anyone that appreciates what you do from the door out, it then lets you know, like, at least thank you for, giving me the mental strength and, to then turn that into physical strength to, like, get through an obstacle,
And to acknowledge my hard work and blood, sweat, and tears and my dedication.
Exactly. That's crazy,
I mean, hey, it's.
And how did she react when she got a taste of that magic?
Well, so she actually, like, tried the ice cream and everything and had it, and she liked it. She appreciated it, and she was, she was like, thank you, and she got ice cream because she liked it so much. She bought ice cream for everyone that walked into the store for a couple of hours. Like,
that's what I was about to ask. I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to pry, but I was going to ask, did she pay for some ice cream or what?
Really showed love, like everybody that really comes to the store that showed us some love is really, like, it's appreciative to show that, you make something and someone likes it.
Right.
And then at least to have their own moment with it to say, this makes me feel comforted, because that's what, ice cream is. It's a comfort food. So I feel like if I'm talking to you through the food or, sending you the love, I want you to get it to say, all right, I could have my moment for a couple and be like,
especially for like a political, like a political figure. Not to say that they're more important than the rest of us. It's just to say that they have like a whole day planned out. So they like planned that whole day. Like, yo, I'm going to Mikey's. You know what I mean? So,
that's,
it says a lot. Like their whole fucking Secret Service got to go and check. You know what I mean? But they like, yo, I don't care what it is. We gonna go what it is, and I'm going to go see Mikey because I want some ice cream. That's crazy. That says a lot, right? That's the efforts is what you mean. You know what I mean? Of people they go to their shop, man. Your shop is popping. And
Right.
it's you, bro. It's basically you. You're the formula, man. You giving it love.
Yeah, just try every day to put something out there that I can stand by. And, every time I make a flavor, it's off of like really just trying to sit down and have some fun. A lot of chefs, like when we cook, we just walk around and can go to a vegetable market or any market and grab some ingredients and take it back to our kitchen and get busy. This is like my medium of like showing you like, hey, I can cook a steak or chicken or lobster or this, but when it comes to this is ice cream, this is like my
Yeah.
thing that I'm like,
Your
I
sweet
could
spot.
stay, and I didn't know that it'd be like this, but I appreciate every step of the way of what, the journey is.
And tell us a little bit about the process about when you come up with a new flavor and a new name. Walk us through a little bit of through the mind of the magician Mikey Likes when he's coming up with these things.
Uh, I guess from childhood, you always learned not to do something until you did something and you said, I shouldn't have done that. So like when I think of a flavor, the first thing I try to do is get you right back to that moment of the first time you just thought about that flavor. And then
That nostalgia.
that nostalgia right there. And if I hold you right there, now I want you to say, all right, we all remember maybe the first time we had ice cream, or matter of fact, the first time we had ice cream and it fell on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And then you look over to mom and pops like
damn, like the world just ended. Like,
By the way, Mike, you're off topic, man. I want to say thank you, man. Everybody on the boulevard. I took my daughter to his shop, man, and I that smile was on like 1,000 watts by the time she came out of there. And Mike finished working her magic on her.
thank you. I mean,
Thank you so much for that.
She's adorable, man. It's great to see. For me, anyone that appreciates ice cream as one, is cool. But when we can, I want you to tell me what you like, because if you do that, then I could roll with you. I don't want to force nothing on you. I just want you to tell me I like this. I'd be like, this is what I got for you. And with kids, they tell you if it's yuck off rip.
Kids have not a lying bone in their body. It doesn't get better critics than them.
and like, no, real quick, as soon as they taste it.
And then they'll tell you too, like, I like that. So then now you could stay with them and see how you could add something to that, or you could say, hey, look, we'll just stay with that, And so
That's funny.
I hope that no matter how much I try to cloud like flavors, I still try to keep it so simple that we can all like dissect it and be like, this is not too much, but just enough, that's what you need. That's how I look at it.
No, it sounds like I said, man, like you really put a lot of thought and a lot of art and a lot of love into what you do, and that's why you get these amazing results, because you could tell by the way that people speak about it that it's something that they're passionate about, and can't buy that. It's something you got to cultivate and create, and you've done an amazing job of that, because like I said, like my partner said, it's ringing bells from like Sunday at 12 o'clock from here to everywhere. Everybody talks about Mikey Likes, like it's a staple in New York, It's like a culture staple, and that means a lot.
Yeah, it means a lot in this day and age of Walmarts and big corporation situations that's happening all over the city, and it's still good to have like a household name shop. You know what I mean? Because that's what it feel like. A household name.
I hope to grow it to that, and that's the journey that I'm on, is to grow the business to become a household name where I can get ice cream to everyone as soon as possible. So I'm launching, coming really soon, a nationwide shipping program and platform where I'll be able to ship ice cream nationwide to any door within 2 days of your order.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
My man got the Mikey Likes Prime. Ice cream straight to your door.
Taking the show on the
Real
road
quick.
soon, huh, Mike?
The stoners all
Hopefully,
over the world.
Definitely want to get out in other communities as well. And so I want to go to different states and communities where, anyone's really looking to open one, but also places that I feel fit that should be, a location for a Mikey's, and really go open something and put it in different communities where, we can also help build at the same time as get a good product out to the people.
And what year did you open the first one in the Lower East Side, and when did you open up the Harlem one?
2014. The Lower East Side, the East Village one. Then Harlem was 2018, I think.
Okay.
Like 18.
Mikey working.
Close to
Working out
18,
here.
19, 18, I think 18. That was
Definitely being a Harlem native. I'm from Uptown 139 in Broadway. Thank you for bringing that amazingness up there to my community, man. It's much needed.
Thank you. Harlem's been great as well, the reaction when we first opened. Harlem really came out and showed some love, and they always show love, when we're open. We, went through a couple changes ourselves, had to restructure some things, but it's cool. We got a grasp on things, and back in Harlem with the lab, and it's going very well, and that's the cool thing is just retooling and understanding things, and having fun.
Mikey, I wonder why, out of all the things, all the different dishes, all the different desserts, why ice cream? We all need it. We always have a why and a purpose. Why ice cream?
All right. This is where you gotta go back and remember New York for a little minute, and say you go
Give
to
me an era.
Oh, New York.
Go to Union Square, and this is Union Square. There was Mays and Woolworth.
What years were this? The 80s, the 90s?
90s.
The 90s. Oh, New York.
90s, and in the 80s it was there too. Mays Woolworth was there in the 80s for sure, all through the 80s.
Woolworth. You remember Woolworth?
Yeah.
Woolworth.
They had one on 145th in Broadway, baby.
The Wiz was down there, all
Wiz.
right there, and
Nigga, people don't even remember the Wiz.
my mom would take me shopping, and she'd be like, "Yo, me and your aunt gonna go look for stuff," and I'd be like, "All right, cool," and I'd be walking with them, and then I just veer off, and like any kid, I just go look at stuff, and then they would look for me like, "Where are you?" They end up going to security office and be like, "Mikey," and then I'm like, "Oh man." Then the person's like, "Mikey, please come to this." I'm like, "Oh."
They calling you on the loudspeaker.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what do I do in here?" So I was like, my mom would be like, "We got you this," and they'd leave me with the waffle and ice cream that Woolworth used to sell, because they had a diner in the inside. And so they'd leave me there and be like, "Eat this." And by the time I finished eating, they'd go do what they're doing, and they'd come back, and I'd be like, "Oh, I just finished," and they'd be like, "Cool, so did we," and then now we can leave. So it was a way to keep me busy, and then that's what I would always get when I would go there,
You get the waffle and ice cream. You love that waffle and ice cream.
Waffle and
So
ice
it
cream.
brought you back to that. That's why ice cream.
Yeah,
That's the
my
nostalgia
thing.
for you.
And that was my little moment where I got like,
Yeah, we could just do your thing. Yeah. Ice cream.
To this day, I go get my daughter from school, and look, it's so old school, but so you can see some things are still effective as don't change. When the weather's nice and that ice cream truck is in front of that school, there's no negotiations. It's not up for negotiation. Once they hear that little old school bell, they're coming there, because it's just that is just a natural draw for children and the children inside the adults.
Ice cream. We all scream for ice cream.
Even when you look at it, even with the the whole thing of with ice cream, there's different types of ice cream as well. So it's like, the traditional truck is soft serve, and we always had the pop stuff. You know, Baskin Robbins to us was always like that hard scooping ice cream, Briars. Like that was always like the main thing that you would see that then Haagen Dazs was like the main name.
Haagen Dazs. I used to when I was young. I used to love me some Haagen Dazs.
Haagen Dazs, Ben and Jerry's. I still ate it, and I'm not gonna act like I didn't eat ice cream. But
Of course.
what I learned, what I found was a recipe from my aunt in a cookbook that she had. That she had like a bunch of recipes, and I just saw vanilla ice cream, and I started trying to make it from that. And that's like how I look at it, where it's like off of a recipe that I tweaked, that became the base of the ice creams that I made. And that's just where, I see the growth from just that as a white canvas, let's say, and the flavors are like the paint and stuff that make the pictures and stuff. So that's how ice cream's just been like really a focus-driven thing for myself.
Nah, it sounds like a Picasso art piece the way you break it down.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. This has been cool right here. Talking about the munchies. I got the munchies. Monkey munchies.
So aside from the Action Bronson joint, what would you say is another big publication you've been in or collaboration that got you some notoriety outside of the neighborhood that helped you get some brand awareness?
I was in Oprah magazine.
What?
I was in Oprah magazine,
Oh?
the old magazine. Yeah,
That's crazy,
The
Mikey.
section.
You,
And I was like, ooh.
yo.
I'm telling you, he's being too
Mikey,
modest. You
being
gotta be too modest. We
real
need to know.
modest right now.
We
My
need to
bad.
know
It's
all
about-
the
what
the
did they
compliments
say? Like
and
what they were talking about. Like
It
what?
was a nice little section, and it was a section that was about like I guess one person or someone that she picks or picked by the mag
Yeah.
that they highlight, like just communal based and stuff like that, and happened to be myself, and I was just like, wow. When I found out about that, I was tripping. I was like, wow. But I was like,
Because my
that's
man Mikey is
incredible.
also a charitable dude that you're not mentioning.
Yeah,
That's
let's
what
talk
we're trying
about
to
your
get to.
philanthropy,
I'm
because
trying
you're
to-
also a philanthropist on the low, Mr. Mikey.
We always try to give back as much as we can, and that's what pay it forward is. We always try to pay it forward and drop jewels and gems on those behind us. The kids that are here, and even to our peers. And give back by like for Thanksgiving we always do something with the community center right down the street, a student program there that I used to play basketball in there when I was a little kid, so I always get them ice cream, and that's cool to see that, that we always touch them so that when kids walk by, when they're with the group, they understand that we care about them, and we want them to have a positive light and be a little bit better to themselves and, love each other. Sometimes when it be hard to.
It's another form of philanthropy, and I saw this with my own two eyes when I went to your shop. How about all these amazing people from our community that you've employed through this?
Oh, of course. I mean,
That's also big,
Yes, sir. It's about each one teach one. I learn every day from every kid that I interact with and work with. So it's good to like understand the kids that grow up in the neighborhood that are like, hey, I'd like to work with you. So like, I hire kids like that. I hire kids that are not even from my neighborhood, but in other next to the neighborhoods in other boroughs too. So, it's cool. I get kids from Staten Island, kids from the Bronx, some kids from Harlem, summer youth. I had a ton of summer youth kids.
That's crazy.
A ton of summer youth. And it was great to like work with the kids and let them see like, I care about this just as much as you do. And sometimes it's not going to be fun, but during those times, let's try to make it fun. And adding that, how can't you love ice cream? And then, kids soften up and they understand what it is, and we can learn to talk to one another and have a good relationship and work things out.
Now that's amazing because, like I said, we all inspire to inspire. So you not only giving the youth employment, but also showing them entrepreneurship from somebody from the community, like they are. That is, very impactful.
Thank you. I try. I always learn. Um, and I'm grateful to always have a great support system. In whatever period of everything, I'm always grateful to have a great support system that really helps really get everything through and flushed out. And it's it's a lovely thing that I'm the face of the group. But even though I come up with something and I'm able to help get a ton of support to get the message out there in the right way.
No, definitely, man. It shows, and that's part of it too. When you have people working with you that feel valued and feel loved, it comes out also because without a team feeling like that, it's hard to pull off what you're pulling off. So it says a lot about the way you treat them. That's why they go hard for you.
Go hard for each other, That's how I look at it.
Of course. Mikey, it's time for the $1 million question. We ask everybody that's ever been on the boulevard, on the podcast, and I'm interested to hear your take on it. If you had to describe Happy Munkey, the brand, the podcast, the movement, everything you know about it in one word, what would that one word be, Mr. Michael Cole?
Amazing.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
That's the first time I heard that one.
Amazing.
And the reason why I say that is because part of us as a community of people that we are, urban people, you know what I'm saying? And the culture is everyone. And we all put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time. So there's a lot of things that we do that we can all reflect and build and bond and have in common.
We got more in common than we got differences, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, if we really have issues, where the issues, are they stemming from us? Or are they stemming from exterior things that make us have to think of that we don't like each other, when if we break through, some eggshells, we can figure out what's really going on. And we kind of, talk to one another the same way we talking now. It's like, these are the things that, as we can rationalize with one another, how many other things can we rationalize or deal with that could change a lot of things in our communities, for us.
And I feel like it goes hand in hand. Like we've seen it in the cannabis industry. I'm sure it's the same with ice cream. That these particular things, no matter what class, creed, nationality, race you are, you all have in common. You all, the whole human race likes them. So it just helps be the great equalizer to show people that we're all the same at the end of the day, no matter how we look. Because we all like ice cream, we all like whatever it is, it shows people that, like you said, it's really like we all human and we all like ice cream, and a lot of us like cannabis, and it's just like when you see the all those stigmas erased when people unify for these things.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. It's well put. There's nothing that can come negative from us sitting in here enjoying ourselves, and to the world out there, it makes people probably see how they can help, keep things at bay or in better, circumstances than they are now.
Well, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, it's an honor and a pleasure to have a hometown hero, a New York City legend like you here. Grace us with your presence. I want everybody on the boulevard to give my brother from another mother the ultimate round of applause for coming through and giving us a peek behind all the magic behind Mikey Likes It, baby.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we definitely go to the lab to get that monkey flavor going.
It definitely is going to be mind-blowing.
Thank you, Mikey.
For the child in all of us.
So before we check out, Mikey, you want to tell the people where they can find you at, or your outlets, anything upcoming that you want them to know, or the Happy Munkey world on the boulevard for the ladies and gentlemen out there.
Okay, not to go overboard. I'm just going off the energy, so
Go.
I got something for you. We will be having 12 Days of Christmas this year, once again at Mikey's, and so every year I make 12 flavors, and I do something crazy. 12 days, I'm just hitting you with a flavor each day, and people come in to get every flavor, and if the top 3 people win, I give them like a pint of every flavor type thing, and they're able to be like, yeah, I won, you know. And
Nice.
then one might get a shirt and stuff like that. Let's do something fun and just make it really nice and interactive. So this year, I'm going to go out and do some work with a ton of people just like yourselves. And so we're going to have one of the 12 Days of Christmas as a Happy Monkey Day.
Ooh, you heard it here first on the boulevard, ladies and gentlemen. We made it to Mikey Likes. 12 Days of Christmas. We on our way, baby.
We made it to one day. Mikey Likes. We're going to have a Happy Monkey Day. That's crazy.
All right, so
That's
you
going to
guys
be a
gonna come on
party
in.
soiree.
You know, have ice cream for the kids right there. They're going to come in every day for the day, and then we'll give them the flavor, and we're going to go from there.
Absolutely. That's
It's
nice,
gonna
man.
be
We appreciate
incredible.
you, Mikey. That's
All right.
crazy, bro. That's
Appreciate you.
crazy. Like, come on. Who would have thought little humble Vlad and Ramon over here?
man, it's an
Happy
honor.
Monkey flavor ice cream and shit. That's
an
crazy,
honor,
bro.
man.
I had a pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much. You heard it here. Very exclusive motherfucking Happy Monkey podcast on the boulevard here with everybody. Much love from Mikey Likes, Vlad and Ramon. Peace out, everybody.
What's good, everybody? This is your nigga Ralph trying to keep you fresh with the info from Happy Monkey every single podcast. You already know what it is. If you haven't followed us yet, follow us on Instagram at @HappyMonkey_ or Happy Monkey Goodies. Now remember, that's monkey with a U. Also, if you haven't checked us out, we're on YouTube. So check out our channel, Happy Monkey TV. Keep us current, live, and everything with the culture.